Welcome to the first edition of Who Wants to Be a Dollarnaire? Today's contestant, she's from, where are you from?
Rogersville.
From Rogersville, Missouri. Please welcome Kelly Smith. Da-da-da-da-da.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am so excited to be on this show, and I know a lot about nothing.
Oh, then that will come in handy, Kelly Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this quick question, Kelly. What would you do if you won this crisp $1 bill? What would it do to your life?
Let me think. I would probably purchase 2 Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm pretty sure that's what I would do.
I love contestants on the show who reach for the stars, Kelly, and you are setting...
I reached for the chocolate.
I respect that.
I do, too.
I respect that, Kelly. Now, here's how Who Wants to Be a Dollarnaire works. You do not receive this unless you win at the end. You will have several lifelines. Our first lifeline is Ask a Cameraman.
Oh.
We have Sinjin and Cody, who will be here to help if you need that lifeline.
Okay.
We also have Call PCR, which is our control room that talks to us in our ear. You can ask anybody in PCR, but you have to tell us which one. Is it going to be Mike, or Jake, or Jeff, or Marlo? Maybe Natalie's up there too. We'll see.
Okay.
And the final lifeline is Google me.
Which I need a phone. Hold the phone. Bring the phone.
We'll get a phone.
It's behind my pillow.
Okay, we'll get a phone. It's called Google Me, and you can Google the answer if you need it.
All right.
Okay, are you ready to play?
I'm more than ready.
All right, Kelly, your first question is, who was the first male correspondent on 60 Minutes to wear an earring on air? Your choices are Ed Bradley, Mike Wallace, Andy Rooney, or Leslie Stahl.
Andy Rooney was not on PBS as an anchor. I'm thinking. My questions again, the other 3?
Ed Bradley, Mike Wallace, Andy Rooney, or Leslie Stahl. The first male to wear an earring.
I don't think Mike Wallace would do that. What's the last answer? That's the one.
Leslie Stahl or Ed Bradley?
Leslie Stahl.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Leslie Stahl is a woman. The correct answer is Ed Bradley.
I don't even know Ed Bradley, but you know one thing I knew? I knew Mike Wallace would not do this.
He did not.
I should have called a friend, but I didn't.
You have 3 lifelines still intact.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready for your next question?
That's just weird. Okay, go ahead.
Your next question is, what is the maximum number of answers on a single Jeopardy game show? All right? The maximum number of single answers on Jeopardy. Is the answer 59, 60, 61, or 62? How many single answers on a game of Jeopardy?
I don't know why I'm so confident about all these answers. I could be asking for help, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm acting like I know these. Okay, it's 60.
I am sorry, you're incorrect.
What?
The answer is 61.
Why would it be 61?
That is just what Google told me.
Okay,
we're already up to Final Jeopardy? This is going by so fast. Okay. Final Jeopardy.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, our producer's telling us 30 and then the Final Jeopardy question. That's why 61.
Oh,
that was really good, though.
Okay.
That was good.
I'm gonna use my lifeline.
All right, here we go. Great question for you, Cal. Ready? Here we go. On The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon Cooper creates a podcast to teach people about vexillology. Vexillology is the study of what? Wait, I have multiple choice.
Okay.
Books, flags, telescopes, or rocks?
Okay. I'm going to call on Cody for the answer.
Okay. Our cameraman, Cody. Cody, the books, flags, telescopes, or rocks? Flags. Cody, the cameraman, says flags. Kelly?
I kind of disagree, but I'm going to go with it because I've been wrong twice before. Flags is the answer.
Final answer?
Flags.
Cameraman Cody is correct!
Oh, yes! Yes! Thank you. Thank you.
Listen to cameraman Cody.
I'm
But I think
so
St. John
excited.
knew that one too, though.
Yeah, they were both chomping
They were
at the
both
bit
very
to answer
excited.
that
Okay. Are you ready for your next question?
I'm ready.
How I Met Your Mother is a TV show about a middle-aged man telling the story of how he met his children's mother. What famous television star provides the voice of the narrator who is never seen, but he's the narrator? Are you ready? John Stamos, Bob Saget, John Goodman, or John Cusack?
Oh, okay.
You have 2 lifelines left.
Is that wide-eyed look something that might be...
St. John, are you cheating? A whole dollar bill is on the line.
And it's mine. All right, I'm going to call upstairs, and,
Okay,
I don't
PCR.
mean to the good Lord, I mean to PCR. Okay.
Who would you like to ask in PCR?
I would like to ask Jake.
Jake, can you get on the God cam, please? On the God mic? Yes.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Do you need the answers? Do you need the choices?
Kelly, you should go with Bob Saget.
I thought that sounded right. Bob Saget is the right answer, and I am totally sure.
Final answer?
Final answer. Thank you, Jake.
Jake is absolutely correct.
Yes. And I even know who Bob Saget is. Thank you, Jake.
All right. Here's another great question.
Okay.
Totally appropriate for today's Downton Abbey theme.
Okay.
The majority of Season 2 of Downton Abbey takes place during what war?
Oh,
Season 2 of Downton Abbey.
okay.
The Korean War, World War I, World War II, or the Gulf War? Downton Abbey Season 2 takes place in what war?
Gage, are you up there?
You, you just have Google left.
Grandma, are you up there? Okay. That's it? That's all I've got?
The Korean
Okay,
War,
all
Gulf
right.
War,
Am I
World
on
War
my
I,
own?
or World War
My phone
II?
is not here. Okay. I'm going to say not the Korean War, not the Gulf War. What are the other two?
1 or 2. World War I or World War II? Give me an answer. I need an answer. Time's running out.
What are the times in World War I? Can you tell me?
Can you just guess? We're running out of time.
All right. World War I.
You're absolutely correct, Kelly Samore.
Woo!
And because you got the majority of the questions right, you win this $1 bill.
Thank you for giving me my dollar back. I appreciate it. That was so much fun.
That was a good game. I loved
Thank you
it.
so much. Yes.
Dramatic. All right,
Very
coming up, Kaylee has a story on relaxation, yoga, and goats.
Extremely friendly, easy, laid-back environment. You know, sometimes when you walk into a studio or a gym or whatever for the first time, it can be very intimidating. I know that firsthand. So, and as all of our instructors do, so it's just not that way here. So that's really what I want to maintain through our growth as well.